Hi friends, hi. So those who are watching, I think more are watching on live, right? So those for whom, students who are on live also, good morning to you all. Students who are on live can ask questions, no? They can ask questions. ఇది ఎందుకు ఇది తీసేయండి చూసేది. So how many of you have given prelims already before? Okay. First time for you? First time. Okay. Okay. Friends, see, in prelims examination, the last 3 months are crucial mainly because of the last 3 months are crucial mainly because revision is very difficult. According to me, very few people can revise whatever they prepared in the last 1 year. Very few people. Most of them will be leaving out more than 30 to 40% of syllabus that they prepared. They might have worked hard, prepared very well, but still they'll be leaving it. That's why crash course is designed mainly for revision, to revise everything. That means without leaving even a small part of the syllabus, because see, even the UPSC coaching also, in 10 to 11 months of coaching, though the faculty are experts, they may leave certain parts of syllabus. Because UPSC coaching, what happens is they have to go in detail. When you go in detail, within 10 months, finishing entire syllabus may be difficult. Some parts are left out. However, here we are doing revision. In revision, what happens is, we no need to go in detail. So we will have the opportunity to cover everything. So in this crash course, the set of faculty who are handling this crash course, our idea or our plan is that we should not leave any component of the syllabus. That's why what we are doing is, for those students who are attending this crash course, we are giving them not only syllabus but also micro syllabus. We are giving micro syllabus copies to all of you. So what happens is, as you are attending the crash course, one by one, as topics are finished, you have to mark within the sheet where we give micro syllabus. You have to mark that this is over, like that, so that you have an idea of what all is covered. Even the faculty will be careful. Not to leave even a small component of syllabus. See, if we do not give micro syllabus, if it is a broad syllabus, we never know what the faculty leaves. Faculty may leave some parts, no, just like that, because time is less. So in order to ensure that faculty does not leave anything, we are doing this. Also, see, I will talk to you for only some 15-20 minutes. After that, each faculty will come. They will discuss about their respective subject orientation. Each faculty will come. They'll explain about the subject broadly and how many days they will take to finish subject and what are the focus areas. Friends, focus areas means definitely in prelims, whatever may be the subject. For example, if you take environment subject, definitely there are many parts, environment. Subtopics will be there. However, you should not focus equally on all of them. You should not. Out of all subtopics, you have to choose some topics on which you have to focus more. Remaining topics, you have to quickly brush through it. That is very important. A student who does not know what is important and a student who tries to focus equally on all topics definitely cannot kill prelims. Difficult. That's why faculty, though they cover everything, they will also focus on certain things. And how do you focus? Purely based on the last few years of prelims pattern, that's all. In the prelims pattern, last 3 to 4 years, UPSC is focusing on what areas? What are the favorite topics of UPSC in environment or SNT? Those things you should note. You should see, friends, you should be very smart. In the last 3-4 months, you should be smart. Smart in the sense, revise everything without leaving a small part. But in that revision, focus on only certain topics more. Remaining topics, just go quickly, go through them. Okay? Also, friends, also in the crash course, one thing is revision. Second thing is concept clarity. Why I am talking about concept clarity? Because see, definitely every topic of UPSC does not involve concepts. Many topics, subtopics are purely factual. Factual in the sense you can read by yourself. See, factual topics are those topics which, according to me, do not need explanation. Explanation is not required. Factual topics, even the faculty know to explain it. Because I'm telling this because what happens, when the faculty takes the factual things, explain factual things, according to me, it's pure waste of time. Factual things quickly they will go through, no need to explain because you can read by yourself now. But concepts, what happens is, as most of you are attempting prelims for first time, as I could say first time, first time when you prepare for UPSC for first attempt, the biggest problem is some of the concepts you will not be clear because you will not have enough time to get clarity on every topic. Leave the facts. Facts, even the student who is reading third time, fourth time also may not have good factual knowledge. They may not. Every year you learn new facts. But concepts are limited. In entire UPSC, I am talking about prelims. I am talking about prelims, friends. Here my point is only prelims. Here I am talking only about the prelims, and I mean only polity, history, geography, and economy. These four, one category you can say. Another category is environment, science and technology, international relations, and current affairs. You know what happens? Current affairs, according to me, will not have much of the concepts. 80% of current affairs means current affairs themselves will not have concepts. Current affairs are based on these concepts. So while reading current affairs, you never need too much explanation from faculty. So you have to read by yourself only. And even in this crash course, we designed the crash course in such a way in the revision program, every faculty, while finishing their syllabus, they will cover the last 1 year current affairs of their subject. Where polity faculty is there. Polity faculty has just now finished the fundamental rights, let us say. In fundamental rights, whatever current affairs have come in the last 1 year, they'll finish it. Let us say they finish the parliament topic. When they finish parliament topic, they'll cover the current affairs on parliament. Very few will be there, parliament current affairs. Judiciary, like that. For example, economy faculty has just finished inflation, GDP finished, or industries finished. Immediately he will cover the current affairs of last 1 year. That's how we plan. We are not planning the separate current affairs class. We are not doing. Previously we used to do that. Now we are not doing it because entire current affairs class is a waste of time. When a faculty comes for only current affairs, he has to just tell the facts only. He cannot go back and explain concepts. In that way, rapid revision program is not possible. Crash course is not possible. If anybody is taking current affairs, according to me, it's not useful for prelims. Okay. So friends, current affairs, no concepts according to me. Science technology also, science actually is conceptual generally, but UPS science technology has very less concepts. Because now if you go back, in these 3 months, if you go back and try to understand all the fundamentals of physics and chemistry or biology, is very difficult. So you should not. That's what I mean by being smart. You should not try to do that. About DNA, blood cells, diseases. If you understand the concepts, very difficult. Just remember the important points and go for prelims examination. It may appear, I may sound naive, but that's how you should attend prelims. If you try to understand all science concepts, I think you are doing a mistake. Don't do that. Friends, IR also. Only learn the important points and go to the exam, that's all. Okay? And environment, according to me, environment have 20 to 30% of concepts only. Only ecosystem, biodiversity, basic ecology concepts, food pyramids, only very basic things. All the protocols, procedures, international conventions, all this is factual only. Let's quickly go through it. You should not stop at any international convention. You should not stop and try to understand why that has come, what is the background, why they have done that. Don't do that for prelims. At this stage, if you do all those things, you are really wasting time. You should be smart. Prelims exam does not require the background or context. It may require for some topics, but for just for those some topics, in these 3 months, you should not do the research. Don't do it now. I know many students, last 2 months of prelims also, they will be going back, understanding the context. Such students can never finish syllabus. Never do it, okay? And here, economy, polity, geography also definitely have lot of concepts. That's what these concepts will be covering neatly, so that students who have certain gaps in the concept, during your UPSC preparation, you may have several gaps in the concept, so all those gaps will cover. So concepts required will cover. So don't think that it's only revision. Don't think that it is only revision. It is not just the revision, it's also conceptual clarity. The third important thing is, friends, test. Test means we don't just conduct the test. What we'll do is, while we discuss the test papers, we'll be telling you about elimination methods. See, elimination, again, there are many blind ways of elimination. Blind ways are there. How to eliminate an option? Such kind of blind techniques nowadays are not really suitable. See, for example, previously, science and technology, any question, you take any question, science and technology, the answer is, let us say the answer is all the above, okay? All the above. Answer generally all the above only. Generally, there is a blind thing you can follow. Previously, why because the question was, I told previously also, for example, they'll give, for example, niobium, some rare earth element, niobium is there. Niobium is used in which of the following? They'll say number 1, nuclear reactors. Number 2, some windmills. Number 3, solar panels. Number 4, engines, aircraft engines, something. So option A is 1 and 2. Option 2 is 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 3. All the generally all the is correct. You know why? Science and technology. What happens is, see, if they say windmill, in the world there are many windmills. Maybe somewhere in some country, some research center, they might have used it. They have tried it. Chance is there. For example, engine is there. Any engine, aircraft engine, car engine, somewhere somebody might have used it. No, chances are there. No. That's why all the above is correct. That's why all this is correct. This is a basic idea of why SNT has all the above by default. But nowadays, what they're doing, niobium is commonly used. They're adding it commonly. So when commonly comes, you cannot go for everything. You should understand that. Like that, elimination methods are changing. Similarly, these days, new types of questions are coming. New types, like for example, a question is there. 1, 2, 3, 4. They gave four things. Now A, only one option is correct. B, only 2 options are correct. C, only 3 options are correct. D, all 4 are correct. All 4 are correct, okay? Now, only one, how many can be correct? A can be correct, or B can be correct, or C can be correct, or D can be correct. Only 2, AB, BC, CD, AD, AC, what else? BD. 6 chances are there. There are 6 probability is more, 6 options. For example, only 3, how many? Only 3. ABC, BCD, ACD, ABD, that's all, only 4. Only 4 means one chance. So what happens? See, let us say I never ask you to go for a blind guess, but if you know that some 2 or 3 options are appearing to be correct, appearing according to you have some common sense, we have some knowledge. Now, which one will you go for? You have to go for this one only. Because here, chances are more of becoming correct. Understand? Friends, you may tell me that guessing is a wrong thing. No, UPSC, you have to guess. If you do not know anything, you leave it. Otherwise, you have to guess. Because see, if you guess 10 questions, if at least 3 are correct, it's enough, no? If 3 are correct, you will not get much negative marking. At least in 10, 3 will be correct, no? If you guess 10 questions, 3 will be correct. So no need to be afraid. If 3 are correct, you are not getting negative marks. So no need to be afraid of that, okay? So these kind of methods will be taught to you only while discussing the paper. So that's what I call as test, writing exams and discussion. During you have to write the exam sincerely. We will be conducting 14 sectional tests, 10 grand tests, full syllabus, 10 grand tests, and also friends, 12 monthly current affairs also. Monthly current affairs means we will start from May 2025. In May 25 current affairs. You can read our current affairs magazine, or if you have already read some other institute's material, you follow it. Now don't try to change the material now. If you have done our current affairs, in our current affairs magazine, which is there in the market, we have separately for prelims and mains. Because mains current affairs are different. Mains, we take each topic, we tell the context, historical background, again off topic, way forward, how to use it, opinion, all this is pure waste of time for prelims. You should not do that. Prelims, you should not spend time like that. That's why in our magazines, we have separate prelims separate current affairs, mains separate. So you can quickly go through our magazines. It will be there in library also, our magazine, our bookstore also. But if you already prepared very good notes, you stick to it. No need to read anything new, not required. Okay. Now friends, the 14 sectional tests, how we conduct is, see, CSAT is also included. Because 2024 prelims, out of 4.9 lakh students who attempted the prelims exam, 4.9 lakh who attempted the prelims exam, 4 lakh students failed in paper 2. 4 lakh failed in only paper 2. CSAT they failed. Out of 4.9, 4 lakhs failed. That means it's very common to fail in paper 2. Don't think that failing in CSAT is a rare thing. Very common thing. In an exam center of 100 students, according to me, 70 to 100 are failing in the paper 2. So it's very dangerous. So CSAT you have to focus. Okay. Regarding CSAT also, we have module. In crash course, we have module CSAT also. CSAT module is there, but crash course CSAT module we cannot teach in depth. We'll be revising quickly, telling some techniques or so. If you want in depth, then you have to take separate CSAT. The separate course, CSAT course is going on. You can take it, but it will take 3 months. If you want, you can take it. But in the crash course, quick revision, important concepts, quick revision. Okay. Now, friends, my suggestion is you attend the CSAT crash course also. It's useful for you. Also, write the exams. In the 14 sectional tests, 3 are CSAT exams. CSAT. In the 10 grand tests, 5 CSAT, 5 general studies. 12 monthly current affairs tests. Every month one current affairs exam. For example, our overall program, rapid revision program or crash course, whatever you call it as, 100 days program. In these 100 days, classes will be conducted, exams will be conducted, paper discussion will happen, CSAT class also will happen. Also friends, see, we will be covering subject wise. First 10 days polity, then history, economy, geography, then environment, then SNT. We do like that. We take one subject at a time, one subject, so that during those 10 days, all of you will prepare only that subject. Of course, along with the subject, current affairs you have to read. Current affairs goes parallel. 10 days, that subject only. And in those 10 days also, after 4 days, one mini test on that syllabus. Again after 4 days, mini test. Then again geography will start. Geography. So we will not be conducting the test after the finishing of the subject. In between also mini test, so that you can prepare, write exam, prepare, write exam. After all the mini tests are over, after the entire syllabus is over, we will conduct subject wise test. Entire polity one exam, entire geography one exam, subject wise test. After they are over, full test, grand test, full test. And during this time, current affairs. Next Sunday, May current affairs. That next Sunday, June current affairs, like that. You have to prepare accordingly. According to me, friends, those who are attending our crash course, please don't leave a single exam also. It's my request to you, because I have seen the crash course from last 8 years. I am conducting crash course. 50% of students don't write exams. The common question is, sir, I have to still prepare, sir, I am not confident. No, you come to the exam, get 0 marks, it's okay. Writing exam is not to test your knowledge. Writing exam is to practice and understand the type of questions. You should know what kind of questions. And see, our test series, I say, I'm not exaggerating, telling you, we have a R&D team. We have a team of 14 people. Some of them went for interview. Some of them went for interview. Some of them wrote multiple mains. Multiple mains means they might not have gone to interview, but they always cleared prelims. And some of them cleared IFS prelims also. Some of them went to interview also. Like that, such team is there. This team is still preparing for UPSC. They're still preparing. Also, they're very seniors. They're making the questions. Every question is made based on 2022, 23, 24, 25 prelims pattern. Last 4 prelims pattern. And every topic is picked based on UPSC's common topics. And types of questions are framed such a way: few conceptual questions, few facts, few current affairs, few multiple statements, few lengthy questions, few direct questions. The paper will be proper, exactly UPSC setup will be there. The polity, economy, geography, thought combination. And every question is genuinely made by us. I'm telling this because, friends, again, don't think it's marketing. Again, presently in the market, most of the colleges, institutes are picking up the questions from other test series and keeping it. We are not doing that. That's why I suggest you to compulsory write the exams. Current affairs also write the exams. And if you write all these exams, I can guarantee you, if you write all the exams and attend the paper discussion also, at least 30 to 30% questions will directly come. 30%, at least 30%. Remaining 70%, of course, you have to prepare. Understand? So, according to me, compared to these two, this is very important. CSAT, don't neglect CSAT also. Attend the classes. Okay? Friends, this is how the class will happen. Now, I want to tell you how you have to track. We have kept a tracking system, which is very important. Also, we have kept separate NCERT classes by a faculty. See, of course, NCERT means, friends, geography, definitely NCERT is enough. I understand that. History also, NCERT is mostly enough. History also. Polity, NCERT is not enough. You have to Lakshmikant. Economy, NCERT not enough. You have to read something, some Vivek Singh or something, okay? Or Nitin Singhani is also good. Economy is also good. Similarly, environment, NCERT is not enough. You shall read something, okay? Even IR NCERT is not there. So maybe SNT also not enough, okay? So NCERT is enough only for geography, 100% enough. Geography 100% enough. History 80% enough. Remaining not enough. But from NCERT, direct questions are coming from polity. Direct questions, simple questions, which will not be there in standard books. They're not there in standard books. So students are, what happens, a student who is well prepared, equipped with a lot of knowledge, while attending the UPSC paper, suddenly easy question comes, they will make mistake. Easy questions, they are making mistake. Because they overthink, or the topic is not there in standard books, they leave it. That's why we brought one faculty who is expert of NCERTs. He will be covering all NCERTs. All NCERTs will cover. How he will cover? He will not teach every chapter. He will not do like that. He knows what UPSC is focusing. In NCERT books, there are some tables, some charts, some summaries are there. No, he will cover them quick covering. So separately we are doing it. Previously in crash course we never did that. Nobody does it in crash course, but we are doing it because we are seeing that UPSC is very smart in asking NCERT questions which are very simple, which students are making blunders. That's right. Okay. So NCERT class also happen. as I have told you. Now, friends, let us talk about the tracking system. Before coming to tracking system, I want to tell you one more thing. See, our faculty will be finishing standard books. How they will do? Concepts they will focus more. Remaining things they will quickly revise. Quickly, they will not explain everything. Concepts explain clearly, remaining quick revision. And 100% of micro syllabus will be covered, so that you can tick the, once it's over, you can tick the topic. Towards the end, you will know that yes, everything is over. You will know that. Every faculty will take the current affairs of their own subject. CSAT will go on parallelly, and tests will be conducted, separate tests for each subject, full grand test and current affairs and CSAT. See, I am dividing in 4 categories: subject-wise tests, full tests, current affairs tests, CSAT tests. Conducted. Elimination techniques will be taught to you, but while discussing paper, not in general. While discussing paper, they'll teach you. Okay. Now, friends, separate NCERT classes will happen. Total 100 days of program, including classes and exams. And for each class, 15 minutes. When the faculty comes to the class, first 15 minutes, faculty will revise the previous day's thing. Yeah, that's why please don't miss the first 15 minutes. I know some students always come late, but come on time. Don't miss the first 15 minutes of the class, because first 15 minutes is revision of previous day's class. Every day class happens for 4 hours. Some institutes are keeping crash course for 8 hours. I sincerely not recommend such kind of 8 hours classes. You know what happens? If you listen for 8 hours, you will not have any time to synthesize, process, revise or read. Today, 8 hours class happened, no? Tomorrow when you come to the next day's class, you shall revise this, no? You cannot revise it. Only those students who attend the prelims for 3 or 4 times, those students who have read the entire syllabus for 4 or 5 times, for them it is suitable. But for others, not suitable. 4 hours of class, remain at least for 8 hours. 8 hours at least. You shall read that day's class, current affairs, CSAT, whatever you have to read. Okay. So, last 15 minutes, doubt clarification. You must ask doubts. Even the silly doubts also you must ask. Every 4 hours class, first 15 minutes is previous revision. Last 15 minutes is doubt clarification. But students, but friends, I have to tell you one more thing. Mentorship, we are not including in this, because for mentorship you have to separately enroll. Mentorship, what happens is, the faculty, whoever faculty are here, you can choose. The faculty have to personally spend time with every student every day. The student have to come, sit with the faculty, ask doubts, those things. So, within the fees, whatever fees charging for the crash course, no, within that it does not come. But after the class, doubts will be cleared. You can clear all the doubts after the class. Mentorship is different. Mentorship means you can meet the faculty regularly. You can ask him about the sources. You can ask him the strategy to read. And he will tell you exactly where you are going wrong. For example, you wrote a prelims exam. Sit with the faculty. Show prelims paper. He will see why you made this question wrong. What you thought. This question, why unable to guess. Why unable to manage time. What to do. And this subject you prepared, but still why are you making mistakes? That requires one-to-one attention. So I don't want to false promise. That false promise means for all of you, we will give one-to-one mentorship. It's not possible. One-to-one mentorship shall be done sincerely. I cannot just tell you something. That's why for one-to-one mentorship, definitely you have to enroll separately. Separate and one-to-one mentorship, okay? Sorry for that, that's the only thing. Other than that, doubts will be cleared, revision will be done, paper will be discussed, everything will be done. So friends, this is, I just summarized, and we will be giving you the current affairs magazines. Generally, in our institution, we make current affairs daily handouts. But daily handouts are lengthy, almost like 6 pages, daily handouts. In magazines, what we do is, we compress it, we concise it, give all the prelims, magazines. So magazines are better. Daily current affairs, now you should not read. Students who are taking coaching 10 months, no, they read. but now you should not do such kind of wrong things. Okay. So friends, this is a program. However, this program will be useful to you only if you follow proper tracking mechanism. Now, what is the tracking mechanism? Friends, see, tracking system means you cannot do it on pen with pen paper, difficult pen paper. So we developed an app which will be given to you. Given to you means all the crash course students can use the app. In the app, we'll show the app now. We'll show on the board. In the app, what happens is, I told you, micro syllabus. Every topic is mentioned in the micro syllabus. We keep like this. This is preparation, revision 1, revision 2, revision 3. So once prepare, tick. First revision, tick. Second, third, tick like that. Definitely you cannot tick all boxes. Very few students who are very sincere, highly dedicated, very hardworking, who have quick reading skills. Such students can revise 3 times, but at least once, twice you have to revise. You should know your progress. Every micro syllabus in the app only tick it. On the phone, you can tick it. So that you will know what percentage of syllabus is covered. It will show clearly. You will have an idea. Secondly, in this app, what happens is, after you write every exam, see, an exam has 100 questions. I'm talking about GS1. I mean, general studies paper, 100 questions. CSAT has 80 questions only. So, 100 questions, once write the examination, what happens, in the exam, in the background, every question we already mapped with one subtopic. For example, this question is from Preamble of Constitution. Let us say polity paper. This question is there, it will be mapped in the background. You cannot see it, you write the examination. After exam, you can see it. This question is on DPSP. This question is on Panchayat system. This question like that, we map every question with subtopic. Once you write the examination, exam over, submit the exam over, then when you see the app, in the app what happens is, you will know which topic you are making mistakes. Preamble, whatever questions came on Panchayat are correct. DPSP, half of the questions are correct. Preamble, everything is wrong. Let you understand. That is called as after exam analysis. In UPSC, I always observed that post exam analysis is as important as exam. Many students just write the examination, see their marks and throw the paper away. No. Writing exam 50%, analyzing 50%, analyzing it. Analyzing does not mean where you are gone wrong. Analyzing means, for example, how many questions you have guessed. In the guessed questions, how many correct, how many wrong. How many questions you lack time. In the lack of time, because of lack of time, quickly you marked, how many quickly marked. In that, how many correct, how many wrong. How many questions you overthinked. Overthinked means simple question, unnecessarily silly mistake. Overthinking according to silly mistake. Unnecessarily made the mistake. How many questions you did not read properly? Friends, see, this kind of analysis will make you realize where you are going wrong. People fail prelims with just 2 or 3 questions. One question also they fail, but most of students, 3 or 4 questions only they fail. I'm telling you. Don't think that students fail prelims by 10 questions. Nobody fails 10 questions. 3, 4, 5 questions only. And these 3, 4, 5 questions, how they can clear? Not with preparation. If they know how to guess, if they read properly, if they manage time, if they don't overthink, with this kind of thing only can clear prelims. Don't think that I am weak in history, that's why I fail prelims. I am weak in polity, that's why no, it's not like that. It's not like that. This is called analysis. Some students are very weak in managing time. They spend a lot of time in the first 50 questions, last 50 they quickly. Some students, they always overthink. Simple questions also they overthink and make mistakes. Some students, they're so impatient, they won't read the question clearly. They won't read. Read it, mark the answer. Read it, mark the answer. The question. So you should know what kind of person you are. We cannot tell that. One-to-one mentorship maybe we can tell, but generally, see, it's difficult to tell everything, no? So post-exam analysis is important, and I know that students who do it, I'm telling you 100% guarantee. Students who do post-exam analysis properly generally get very good marks. So for that, in our app, in the app I told you, in our app, once you write the exam, submit the examination, after exam submitted, you have all these options. You have this kind of mapping also. Question mapped to the subtopic, that is also there. to know where you are weak. For example, if all questions of judiciary are going wrong, you have to read judiciary. If all questions of, let us say, Indus Valley civilization are going wrong, you have to read once again. That is different. That is one kind of analysis. This is another kind of analysis. So, how will you show them? Will you show the app now? Okay, he'll show the app. See the app, but use it properly. After this app is how much time you need? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. After that, who will come? Friends, by the way, the faculty who are taking classes for you are all experts. For example, Hari sir is taking science technology. Hari sir is somebody who always cleared IFS Prelims. IFS Prelims, according to me, clearing IFS Prelims requires great expertise in Prelims. You see people who got all the first rank in UPSC, they also Prelims, they might have got average marks only. So from all India first rank student, you cannot take the inputs of Prelims. Prelims you cannot ask them. All India first rank student, generally mains you can ask them. Interview, if they score well, you can ask them. Now the crash course is for Prelims. So don't look at all India first rank student. Look at somebody who is a master of Prelims, that's all. So Haris is somebody who always clear IFS Prelims. IFS is, he used to get 140, 138 like that, very high marks. Cutoff is 85 only. So he's excellent, okay. Even Vasanthi ma'am will be taking next. Vasanthi ma'am is taking classes for you. Vasanthi ma'am. Vasanthi is our officer, IFS officer. UPSC 50th rank she got already, all India. She is an EOL, so she will be taking the crash course. Then polity Ajay Gupta polity. Ajay Gupta has gone for UPSC interview thrice. IFS also interview has gone. Ajay Gupta, okay. So this year also is going. So the faculty are like that basically. The faculty who are coming for this class are like that. They are experts, they are relevant. Relevant means they are in the present scenario. Because the senior faculty coming and taking Prelims is different. Senior faculty may have subject knowledge, that is different. Subject knowledge along with Prelims expertise is important for you, crash course, okay. So make use of them. I don't want to take much time. I just want to give a brief about how we are current in the Prelims crash course. I have done, I give a framework, work hard. Ram Madhu will tell about the app. Use the app properly. Please don't be negligent in using the app. After the app, Vasanthi ma'am will come. She will tell about a subject. Then Ajay Gupta sir will come. He'll give quality orientation. So stay till the end. Listen to Ajay Gupta's class also. He'll give quality orientation. Then we'll stop for today. Tomorrow, Srikanth sir will come. History orientation, Srikanth sir. Then science technology orientation, Harish. Then economy orientation, Manikant. They'll give orientations, okay? Okay, you can please show. Just briefly show, okay?
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Ram. So I'll just tell you about like whatever sir has explained till now. There are two things which are very important. One is how you have prepared for the exam.
It's okay, keep it like it. Friends, this app is to organize yourself. This app will not have any subject knowledge. This app is not for reading current affairs, reading polity, not for that one. Organizing your overall, organizing the revision, organizing the exam analysis only. Because I felt previously, before 2016-17, UPSC aspirants, you know how they were? They have a book where they organize everything. They have neat organizing skills. But present students, because technology, they're leaving one book, they like something, another book something, some magazines underline. They are not organizing everything. Because of that, they're unable to comprehend, unable to consolidate. That's why this app is for our students, crash course students, not everybody. This is developed only for crash course. So if you follow the app, you will be organizing everything. That's all. This app is not for knowledge. Okay? Okay, please.
Okay. So as I said, like there are two things. One is your pre-exam preparation. The second one is your post-exam analysis. Okay. So I'll be giving you one solution through an app. I'll just briefly explain what we can do in that. So to every student who enrolls in our program, so we'll be providing them with an app. Okay, in that we'll be mapping the topics which you will be preparing for the exam, and in that you can like track your progress of the subjects, of the subtopics, how you have completed that subject. Okay. So there is a study progress section in which we have all the subjects you have to prepare for the exam. So if you can see, in polity we have historical and background, like whichever is from the textbook, the standard book. So we have included that here, and the same topics will be taught to you by the faculty here. So once you're done with reading that subject, all you need to do is you have to mark that you have completed this. So as you see, for every subject or every topic, we at least expect students to complete revision at least twice or thrice. So mostly what we have done is, so if you are reading that thrice, you have mastered that topic. We're not just telling you that you have mastered that. We have linked these topics to whatever exam you will give after the classes. Okay. So once you're done with all these, you'll know that you have completed a certain part of the syllabus or certain subjects. So this is for your syllabus tracking and also current affairs. So as you know, for the prelims, current affairs are very important, and you have to you have to make multiple revisions for the current affairs. But you need to track them, or sometimes we may completely rely on some material which comes at the end of the examination. But if you know that you have been preparing for the examination from the beginning itself, and if you are confident that I have completed current affair magazines of these months, that you also will go confidently to the examination. So to track those current affair magazines, so we have in the study progress itself, we have provided for those magazines. There are two things, both the subjects and current affairs. As sir has already told you, we have exams both on the subject as well as the current affairs test as well. So whenever the subject is completed with respect to the class, whenever you have done the revision, we expect you to come and take the exam. So this is your pre-exam preparation. Now we'll go to the post-exam analysis. So whenever you're done with the exam, you'll write offline or you'll write online, but you always know that you have made certain things, you have marked certain question right because you know something, you have revised it multiple times, or you have made that wrong because you do not have knowledge of that concept, or you have just rushed because of the time, or there was a lack of clarity on that concept. So to understand that, we have tried to include that test analysis. Earlier, we used to give you a booklet for the prelims test series students. In that booklet, all the students are expected to write why they have done this particular question wrong on all the 100 questions. That is the post analysis, which is very important for every student. So we have digitized that. See, once you're done with this exam, you have to go through each and every question, why you have done that either correct or either wrong. So after the examination, you'll just go to this enter my scores. You'll get this analysis page. So in that analysis page, in the first question, you might have entered C as your option. Okay, but C might be correct or incorrect. In that key, we already have mapped that to the topic and the key as well, and you'll get some options here. So why that is incorrect? So you did not know the concept. All these options will be coming. So you'll understand and you'll just click the option there. Okay, so you'll do that for all the questions you have marked there, marked in the exam, not for everything. So once you do that and you save your score, that thing will be reflecting to you. So, okay, this is your performance analysis of the scores you have got, the score trend. And even the last time when I told you, like, you'll be completing the subject or the topics. So you have mastered 4 topics in the polity. So that is being shown here. You have mastered 4 topics. Okay. And this is the detailed analysis. Okay, once you have done your part of like marking the questions there, so you will be getting that you have done these many correct or incorrect. This is one part. And by subject, so after you enter number of subjects, you will get, okay, I'm doing these many correct in polity and these many incorrect in polity, and for other subjects as well. This is where you will understand where you are lacking. See, as I told you, like the questions have been already mapped to each question. So Attorney General of India, emergency provisions. In all these topics, you were able to score well. In Parliament, you could not. Like you have given like 6 incorrect. So you understand that I have to revise Parliament. So I am lagging behind with respect to that particular topic. So you can go back and revise that. And finally, at the end, this is your reasoning analysis. Reasoning analysis in the sense, like why you are getting things right or why you are getting things wrong. So just because they'll be showing your strengths, that you are being eliminating the options properly, like 6 times you have eliminated things properly, you're good at that. And when you see the weaknesses, you have misread the question 1 time and there is a wrong elimination time 1 time. So you'll know things that this is where I'm going wrong and this is where I have to correct myself. Then you'll be talking to your mentors and they'll be giving you proper inputs on how to deal with them. Okay. Here as well, you'll be getting to know like why you are making wrong with respect to that particular topic here itself. Based on that, you can revise. So this is all about your application. The same application is also being given to your mentors. They also keep on tracking your performance based on your test, based on your attendance and all. And they'll be giving you inputs whenever you come there. They can just see this and they can give you their inputs and you can talk to them with respect to the subject, any subject doubts or any other doubts. Right? So this is the app we'll be providing to the students. Now I'll just invite Vasanthi ma'am. Vasanthi ma'am will take up how we'll deal with the prelims and all. Thank you. Just give us a minute. So ma'am will hear.
Yes, hello. Good morning. So, and happy Vasant Panchami. And on this auspicious day, like you start your prelims preparation, and you should, like, you must, like, successfully clear the prelims this year. And this should be your final prelims. So, I'll just talk about. You might have known, like I have successfully cleared Indian Forest Service prelims and I also got rank. So first and foremost thing I'll tell about, first thing is about the second one about prelims exam, and second one is about our exclusive mentorship for the how we are providing mentorship. And the fourth one, like how we can plan for the, or how we can get success in prelims. So these are the things. Yes, if you are coming to prelims, yes, it is getting difficulty and it is getting uncertainty has been increasing both in mains and also like more of prelims. Uncertainty has been increasing for the prelims. That is, and one thing remains common is your conceptual. They are testing your conceptual knowledge and like how you are applying that subject in that one, and it's more of integration has been increasing for both for the prelims and mains. And if you are seeing there will be uncertainty, you prepare your mindset for the uncertainty, but be focused on like what. Like if we are changing also, if the for that sake any exam, like they'll not take leaps and bounds. Like there will be gradual change. Like if they're asking only 1, only 2, only 3, like that kind of options, it will be a gradual change. Like they might, like initially in 2023, they might ask only for the 10 questions, those kind of options. Like for the next year, they might ask 10-15 questions. For the next year, they might ask 20 questions. So there will be uncertainty. Like you prepare your mind for the uncertainty, but everybody is in your place only. Like nobody is nobody knows the exam, nobody knows the exact like what questions and which kind of questions are asking. So prepare for the uncertainty, but be thorough with the basic concept, be thorough with the conceptual understanding. And be confident, like you have to apply your knowledge. In that one, you have to be confident. There will be, definitely there will be like 2-3 questions from the inflation. And definitely there will be 2-3 questions from the climatology or oceanography, the basic things. So prepare for those concepts and like be confident in that one, revise and re-revise the basic concepts. So prepare your mindset for the uncertainty. But the main important thing is, I'll say, like just pick at least 60-70 questions. Prepare your mind. 60-70 questions, I'll know that 60-70 questions. You have to pick those 60-70. You have to identify those 60-70 questions. Leave that whatever 10-20 questions which are difficult. That is difficult for everyone. So identify these 60-70 questions with confidence. You have to first identify 60-70. Like leave 10-20 questions. Don't worry about that one. So yes, uncertainty has been increasing, but you should be confident. You have to deal those questions with calm and presence of mind during the exam. That is one thing. Second, coming to mentorship, which we are providing. Here we are providing one-to-one prelims exclusive mentorship who has cleared multiple prelims. And here we'll design, or else you can come and meet me or like meet our expert team, and we'll design according to your plan what is your level of preparation, like where you are going wrong, like what kind of questions you are doing wrong. Accordingly, we'll design our plan, we'll design your plan. Like it's nothing but it's your part. Like we'll also feel that it's also our part to clear you prelims. So that is one thing. Coming to plan or success for the prelims. This will be if you are starting from today, there should be a predefined plan. You should like before seeing anything or before deciding for the prelims, like for preparing for the prelims, there should be a predefined plan. Predefined plan includes the backward planning. This should be according to your level of preparation. What is your level of preparation? Like whether you have written 2 to 3 prelims already, whether you have written mains already, or else you are a classroom student who has completed the syllabus this year. Accordingly, you have to plan according to your level of knowledge, according to your level of revision. How many days you will take for the revision of Lakshmikant? How many days you will take for the revision of Spectrum? So you prepare this plan, and how many test series you are going to write. I suggest you to write at least, if you have time, 2 or at least 1. So according to, like if you are writing 1, there might be 45 days, including the full length test. So in these 45 days, how you will write? Either you will write alternate day, or you will write 3 days once, or else weekly once. You plan accordingly. And backward planning, if you are writing 45 days, alternate day you are writing. It means like 90 days, it will take 90 days. There might be the 10 days, 10 extra days that might get emergency situation, or you might not feel well, or you might get sick. So 10 days, like you should plan accordingly like that. Like no, you should there should be realistic plan, not that idealistic one. It means like you have to start 100 days before. Your plan should be start 100 days before. And then, like for example, test series you are writing 100 days before, you'll start 100 days before, and at what time you are going to write the test. There might be 10 to 20%, you might skip that specific timing. Either you can write 7 to 9 in the morning, or you can go in the night time. After dinner, 9 to 11 I'll write the test. Like that you will plan. That you should stick to that plan. You should not deviate from that plan. Like there might be the chances 10 to 20%, like you will deviate. But you have to, 80% you should stick to your plan. So sticking to the plan is very important. You should not deviate here and there for the next 3 months. You should stick to your plan strictly, very strictly. That will build your confidence. If you are deviating from here and there, you lose the confidence after 2 months. So that is one part, like how you will plan your test series. Second part, like what are all the basic resources you want to follow. Like whether you want to read Lakshmikant or whether you want to read your classroom notes. How much time it will take. Like if you are reading Lakshmikant, you'll finish it in the 15 days. You should make realistic plan. If you are making idealistic plan, it will demotivate you and if you lose confidence. Make that realistic plan. You are not going to study 18 hours every day for the next 3 months. Make an idealistic plan. How much time you are going to, right now you are studying, and accordingly make your plan. అర్థమవుతుందా చెప్తుంది. సో రియలిస్టిక్ ఉన్న ప్లాన్ ని మనం చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఐడియలిస్టిక్ వేలో లైక్ ఐ విల్ రీడ్ 18 hours per day అలా చూస్ చేసుకున్నాము అంటే ఎట్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద వీక్ ఆర్ ఎట్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ది 2-3 days డిమోటివేట్ అవుతాం. సో లక్ష్మీకాంత్ లైక్ సెకండ్ రివిజన్, థర్డ్ రివిజన్ అయితే లైక్ ఇట్ మే టేక్ 15 days. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ రీడింగ్ ఒక 4 times అలా ఆల్రెడీ చదివినారు అంటే ఇట్ మై టేక్ 1 week. 1 week లో మొత్తం అయిపోతుంది. సో అలా ఒక ప్లాన్. ఇప్పుడు లక్ష్మీకాంత్ పాలిటీ 1 week చదువుతాను, స్పెక్ట్రమ్ 1 week చదువుతాను. సో అలా యూ మేక్ దట్ ప్లాన్, బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ప్లానింగ్. లైక్ పాలిటీకి ఎన్ని డేస్ ఇవ్వాలి, హిస్టరీకి ఎన్ని డేస్ ఇవ్వాలి, అకార్డింగ్లీ ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది. May 23 ఎగ్జామ్. సో May 23 లోపు ఎన్ని రివిజన్స్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను అని ఫిక్స్ అవ్వండి. లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 2 revisions, అట్లీస్ట్ 2 revisions ఆర్ 3 revisions. ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్ 3 revisions అంటే బై ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ఫిబ్రవరి ఒక రివిజన్ అయిపోవాలి, బై ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ది మార్చ్ ఒక రివిజన్ అయిపోవాలి, బై ద ఏప్రిల్ ఒక రివిజన్ అయిపోవాలి. అప్పుడు ఎలా ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటా? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ 7 days ఫర్ ది పాలిటీ, ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ 5 days ఫర్ ది మోడర్న్ హిస్టరీ అండ్ another 5 days for the fine arts book and also art and culture, ancient history, medieval history. సో వీటన్నిటికీ ఒక 5 days ఇస్తున్నాను. ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ అగైన్ 5 days. సో అలా ఫిబ్రవరిలో నా సైకిల్ కంప్లీట్ అవుతుందా? సో హౌ మెనీ డేస్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రివైజ్, అకార్డింగ్లీ హౌ మెనీ డేస్ ఇట్ విల్ రిమైన్ ఫర్ ది. ఇప్పుడు 100 days ముందు ప్లాన్ చేస్తున్నారు. బై ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ May 1st week, May 7th కి యూ కంప్లీటెడ్ యువర్ 2 or 3 revisions. మీరు ఎన్ని ఫిక్స్ అయ్యింటే అన్ని 3 revisions, లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ ఆర్ సేయింగ్ ఇట్ as 3 revisions, బట్ యూ హ్యావ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ ఓన్లీ 1 revision, దట్ విల్ డిమోటివేట్ యూ. సో మీరు ఎలా చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో, మీ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఎలా ఉందో అకార్డింగ్లీ ప్లాన్ యువర్ ప్రిపరేషన్. నథింగ్ ఈజ్ లెస్, నథింగ్ ఈజ్ మోర్. మీరు ఎలా ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నారో దాన్ని కంప్లీట్ చేస్తే దట్ విల్ బ్రింగ్ ద కాన్ఫిడెన్స్. ప్లాన్ అకార్డింగ్ టు యూ. లైక్ అన్ని లైక్ మార్కెట్ లో ఆర్ ఎల్స్ టాపర్స్ చెప్పినవన్నీ వింటాం, బట్ అకార్డింగ్ టు యువర్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్, యువర్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిపరేషన్ దాన్ని అడాప్ట్ చేసుకోండి. సో May 7th అయిపోయింది. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఒక 3 revisions ఆర్ 2 revisions May 7th అయిపోయింది. అండ్ అగైన్ ఒక 14 days మిగులుతున్నాయి. సో ఆ 14 daysలో మీరు ఏం ప్లాన్ చేసుకోవాలి? ఆ 14 daysలో నేను ఏం చదవాలి అనేది. ఇట్స్ 14 days ఉంది. 14 daysలో ఐ విల్ ప్రిపేర్ లైక్ ఫర్ 1 or 2 days ఐ విల్ ప్రిపేర్ ద షార్ట్ నోట్స్ అండ్ ద రిమైనింగ్ థింగ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద రిమైనింగ్ ఒక 3-4 days or 5 days ఐ విల్ రివైజ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ ఐ హ్యావ్ డన్. ఆ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో టెస్ట్ సిరీస్లో అవన్నీ ఒకసారి చదివేస్తాను రిమైనింగ్ 4 days. జస్ట్ ఎగ్జామ్ బిఫోర్ ఒక 3-4 days ఐ స్పెసిఫికలీ 1 day for economy and 1 day for the polity and 1 day for the spectrum. Just before the night of that day or just before exam, I'll read modern history short notes or I'll revise maths and environmental facts which I have short notes. So అది pre-planned గా ఉండాలి. 80%, at least 80% you should stick to your plan. This is how I followed. I'll suggest you to follow. Most of my friends will follow this one. So backward planning cheyandi so that you'll get that urgency to prepare. నార్మల్గా ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు నేను జనవరిలో ఇంత ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తా, ఫిబ్రవరిలో ఇంత ప్రిపేర్ అవుతా అన్నప్పుడు ఆ అర్జెన్సీ అనేది రాదు. బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ప్లానింగ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఫిబ్రవరిలో నేను ఒక రివిజన్ కంప్లీట్ చేయాలనుకున్నా, కంప్లీట్ కావట్లే, ఆ అర్జెన్సీ అనేది వస్తుంది. So realistic plan will bring you the confidence. So resources ni limit cheskondi. Already ఏవైతే చదివినారో వాటినే స్టిక్ అవ్వండి, వాటినే రివైజ్. Again and again I am saying that be confident on your plan, be confident on your resources, be confident on whatever the test series you are taking, be confident on whatever the resources you are following. And prelims is not that difficult as you are feeling. Prelims is very easy. Only thing required is confidence and calm and composed. At most important is your conceptual understanding of the topics. If you understood that concept of inflation and concept of RBI functioning, you can deal with any kind of question. Any kind of difficulty, if they're asking any kind of difficult question, you can easily solve that one. Only thing is like your conceptual understanding. Take time on understanding the concepts. And one more thing is, UPSC will test you whether you are applying your knowledge or not on the ground. After you are becoming the district administrator, not just reading NDMA guidelines is sufficient. You have to apply that NDMA guidelines. You have to make that policy. So they will test that application of knowledge both in prelims and mains. Whether you are applying that conceptual understanding or whether you are applying your common sense in the exam is more important. Like during our course also, we'll show you how PYQs can be solved with the basic common sense. So common sense application is either common sense or basic thinking. Is very important. That will make you to get or to solve 10 to 15 questions extra. Every year there will be 10 to 15 questions which we can solve through our basic thinking or which we can solve. So this will show in our classes will take from past 10 years. And you'll apply those knowledge which we are telling in the class. Apply that common sense while you are writing test series so that you can able to test your knowledge or make that common sense useful in the main exam also. So that one common sense is very important. That's how like whoever are consistently clearing the prelims, That is how they are following. Like they'll use that common sense, they'll apply that basic knowledge. Everybody, like every one of us is same, but the only thing is how we are applying the knowledge, how we are calm and confident and composed in the exam. So with that, they are clearing the prelims consistently. So that is what we are trying to teach you in our course also. And coming to test series, not just writing the test series is enough. Like you have to analyze the test series. Analyze the test series means, like, yes, you have whatever you have made the correct. Okay, it's like you are, wherever you are doing wrong, like you just see like where you are going wrong. And if whatever the guesses you have made, like how I think during that particular question, like what made me to think like that, you should have that reason. If you are guessing the ఒక క్వశ్చన్ గెస్ చేస్తున్నాము అంటే ఆ గెస్ చేయడానికి రీజన్ ఉండాలి. Yes, India is a developing country. India will not sign compulsory restricting the methane emissions. Why I am saying, like India will not sign global methane pledge which is compulsory to restrict the methane emission. Why I am saying that reason? India is a developing country which is dependent on agriculture. సో ఆ రీజన్ ఉండాలి. గెస్ వర్క్ చేస్తున్నామంటే ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ కామన్ సెన్స్ అంటున్న బేసిక్ థింకింగ్ అంటే ఆ రీజనింగ్ అనేది ఉండాలి. ప్రతి ఒక్క క్వశ్చన్ కి రీజనింగ్ ఉంటుంది. వై యు ఆర్ మార్కింగ్ దట్, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ మార్కింగ్ దట్ ఆప్షన్ మీన్స్ దట్ యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ దట్ రీజన్. వితౌట్ రీజన్ మార్క్ చేయకూడదు. సో మీలో మీకు ఆన్సర్, like you should answer yourself why I am marking this question option. If you are guessing like why like can I give that one reason? ఆ రీజనింగ్ ఏమి ఇస్తున్నాను నేను ఒక ఆప్షన్ ని మార్క్ చేస్తుంటే, సో అన్నది అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటే సిరీస్ లో. సో ఆ రీజనింగ్ వస్తుంది అంటే ఆ బ్లైండ్ గెసెస్ అనేవి పోతాయి. నాలెడ్జ్ అంటే విత్ ద నాలెడ్జ్ యూ విల్ అప్లై దట్ గెస్. నెగటివ్ మార్క్స్ తక్కువ అవుతాయి. రీజనింగ్ ఈజ్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, like while you are guessing or like marking the unknown question. And test series చేస్తున్నామంటే బ్లైండ్ గా టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ ఇన్ని చేసాము బట్ స్టిల్ క్లియర్ కాలేదు ప్రిలిమ్స్ అన్నది కాదు కావాల్సింది. టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ చేసిన తర్వాత అనలైజ్ చేస్తున్నారా, దానిపైన టైం స్పెండ్ చేస్తున్నారా, అట్లీస్ట్ హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ యూ షుడ్ స్పెండ్. ఏవి కరెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఏవి తప్పు అవుతున్నాయి, తప్పు అయినవి లైక్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద సిల్లీ మిస్టేక్స్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్, ఓవర్ గా థింక్ చేస్తున్నానా లేదా నాట్ లైక్ చిన్న చిన్న వర్డ్స్ మిస్ చేస్తున్నానా, తప్పు అవుతున్న దాన్ని సెగ్రిగేట్ చేయండి. వాట్ ఆర్ ద సిల్లీ మిస్టేక్స్ దట్ మైట్ బి యువర్ నెగ్లిజెంట్, లైక్ సంథింగ్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ప్రెసిడెంట్ వచ్చింది, సంథింగ్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ఫండమెంటల్ రైట్స్ వచ్చింది, దాన్ని ఓవర్ లుక్ చేస్తాం. ఎస్ ఇది నాకు తెలుసు కదా అని ఫాస్ట్ గా పెడతాం. ఆర్ ఎల్స్ మార్నింగ్ చేస్తున్నాము నైట్ చేస్తున్నాం టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ లో అంటే నిద్రపోతుంటాం, దాన్ని కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. అలర్ట్ గా ఉండాలి, కాషియస్ గా ఉండాలి ఎగ్జామ్ రాసేటప్పుడు. సో ఆ సిల్లీ మిస్టేక్స్ వల్ల ఎన్ని పోతున్నాయి, సంథింగ్ లైక్ ఒక 10 క్వశ్చన్స్ లీవ్ చేసిన, మార్క్ చేయట్లేదు, 10 క్వశ్చన్స్ వదిలేసినారు టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ లో. ఎందుకు వదిలేసినారు అది ఒకసారి చూడండి. లైక్ నా కాన్సెప్ట్ లేక వదిలేసినాను, ఆర్ఎల్స్ ఇంకొంచెం ఆలోచించుంటే ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ఏమైనా వచ్చేదా, ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ని సాల్వ్ చేయగలనా. సో అట్లీస్ట్ ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ చేసిన టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ పైన టెస్ట్ పైన టైం స్పెండ్ చేయండి. ఓవర్ ఏ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైం ఇనిషియల్ స్టేజెస్ లో, లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ స్టార్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ టుడే, ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు అంటే ఒక 2 weeks or 3 weeks విల్ టేక్ టైం. టెస్ట్ ఓవరాల్ ఒక టెస్ట్ చేయడానికి హాఫ్ డే తీసుకుంటుంది, 6 hours ఆర్ ఎల్స్ 5 to 6 hours తీసుకుంటుంది, అలాంగ్ విత్ రీడింగ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ అండ్ అనలైజింగ్ దట్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్. సో ఆఫ్టర్ 3 weeks దట్ టైం విల్ రెడ్యూస్ టు 2 hours, 2.5 hours. సో ప్రాసెస్ ని ట్రస్ట్ చేయండి, మిమ్మల్ని మీరు ట్రస్ట్ చేయండి. సో ఆ టైం పీరియడ్ ఓవర్ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైం తగ్గుతుంది అండ్ మైనస్ మార్క్స్ తగ్గుతాయి. అండ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఏమంటే కన్సిస్టెన్సీ అనేది ఉండాలి. ఎస్ ఈ రోజు చదవలేకపోయినాను, లైక్ ఎస్ టుమారో ఐ ట్రై టు స్టిక్ టు మై ప్లాన్. ఈ రోజు లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 8 hours చదవాలి అనుకున్నాను, ఆర్ఎల్స్ ఈరోజు నేను ఒక 5-6 hours టైం స్పెండ్ చేసి ఒక టెస్ట్ కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి అనుకున్నాను, టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ రాయాలి, లైక్ దట్ యూ ప్లాన్ 7 to 9 టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ రాయాలి, టెస్ట్ రాయాలి అని ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నాం. బట్ ఆ ప్లాన్ ఏమైంది, 7:30 ఎక్స్టెండ్ అయింది. 7:30 ఎక్స్టెండ్ అయింది అని డిమోటివేట్ కావద్దు. లైక్ ఎస్ టుమారో ఐ గో విత్ ద 7 షార్ప్ 7కి నేను టెస్ట్ రాయడం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం. ఎస్ టుమారో కూడా కాలేదు, 7:30 అయింది, అది 7:15 అయింది. ఎస్ అగైన్ యు ఆర్ పుట్టింగ్ ఆర్ యు ఆర్ ట్రైయింగ్ టు రెడ్యూస్ దట్ టైమ్ టు 7. సో ఆ కన్సిస్టెన్సీ అనేది ఉండాలి. యూ షుడ్ ట్రస్ట్ దట్ ప్లాన్ అండ్ యూ షుడ్ మేక్ దట్ ఎవ్రీడే ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ ఉండాలి. ఎవ్రీడే ఎస్ ఐ విల్ మేక్ ఇట్, ఎస్ ఐ విల్ మేక్ ఇట్ లైక్ అన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ తో టిల్ ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్ అదే ఉండాలి. Here and there 80% of the, like I'm saying again, 80% of the time you should stick to your plan. ఈరోజు 7:15 అయింది, లైక్ అగైన్ ఒక 1 week తర్వాత 7 to 9 చేసే కెపాసిటీ వస్తుంది. సో ఆ మధ్యలో క్విట్ కాకూడదు, నేను 7:30 చేస్తున్నా కదా అనేసి డిమోటివేట్ అయిపోయి క్విట్ కాకూడదు. అగైన్ ఈ వీక్ కావాలి అంటే నెక్స్ట్ 2 weeks తర్వాత అయినా 7 to 9 కూర్చుంటారు, 7 to 9 టెస్ట్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తారు. సో అప్పటి వరకు you should maintain that consistency. And whatever the efforts we like ఈ 3 months లో మీరు ఏవైతే ఎఫర్ట్స్ పెడుతున్నారో ఆ ఎఫర్ట్స్ అన్ని దట్ విల్ బ్రింగ్ ద కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఆన్ దట్ డే. ఆ May 23rd రోజు కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ తీసుకుని వస్తాయి. సో ఆ ఎఫర్ట్స్ అన్ని లైక్ వై యు ఆర్ మేకింగ్ ఆల్ దీస్ ఎఫర్ట్స్ అంటే ఆ రోజు కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ తీసుకొస్తాయి. అండ్ ఆ రోజు లైక్ యుల్ ఒక వర్డ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇట్ ఈస్ బెటర్ టు బ్లీడ్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద ట్రైనింగ్ దాన్ లూజింగ్ ఇన్ ద బ్యాటిల్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఎఫర్ట్స్ పెట్టండి, ఇప్పుడు సఫర్ అవ్వండి, సో దట్ ఆన్ దట్ డే యుల్ బి కాన్ఫిడెంట్. Everyday improvement is needed. Everyday confidence on yourself, on about your improvement is needed. So I'm not saying innate series cheyali lekapothe ilane undali ani, but according to your plan, according to your time, according to your level of preparation oka plan stick avandi, danni follow avandi. And along with that, like oka basic థింకింగ్ ని, కామన్ సెన్స్ ని అప్లై చేయడం నేర్చుకోవాలి. త్రూఅవుట్ దిస్ 3 months లో విల్ ఇంప్రూవ్ ఆన్ దట్ వన్. యూ అప్లై దోస్ థింగ్స్ ఇన్ ద టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ అండ్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్ అన్నది లైక్ ఇండివిజువల్ టు ఇండివిజువల్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు టేక్, ఐ విల్ మేక్ గుడ్ గెసెస్ ఇన్ ద హిస్టరీ. నేను హిస్టరీలో ఐ విల్ మేక్ గుడ్ గెసెస్, బట్ నాట్ ఇన్ ద సైన్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ. I'll make good guesses in the environment. So అది పర్సన్ టు పర్సన్, ఇండివిజువల్ టు ఇండివిజువల్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. సో అది ఎక్కడ గుడ్ గెస్ అంటే ఆ గెస్ వర్క్ అనేది ఎక్కడ కరెక్ట్ అవుతుంది నాకు అన్నది మీ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అనేది మీకు వస్తుంది. సో అక్కడ మనము ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్ లో కూడా దాన్ని అప్లై చేస్తాం. సో ఒకటే లైక్ ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ స్ట్రాటజీ అంటే ఏముండదు. ఒక స్ట్రాటజీ ఒకరికి వర్క్ అవుతుంది, ఇంకొకరికి మాడిఫై చేసుకొని వర్క్ చేయాలి. సో ఇంకా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి? సో ఒకటి ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ ప్లాన్ పెట్టుకోండి, లిమిట్ యువర్ రిసోర్సెస్ అండ్ రివైజ్ అండ్ రీరివైజ్ ద థింగ్స్. ఎవ్రీడే ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతాను నాకు నేను అన్నదాన్నే మోటివేషన్ గా తీసుకోండి. సో మోటివేషన్ ఈజ్ వన్ సైకిల్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 8 hours ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నారు, 2 hours 2 hours 2 hours అని. సో 8 hours చదవలేకపోయినారు, 3 hours చదివినారు ఈరోజు. 3 hours లైక్ ఈ మధ్యలో టైం వేస్ట్ చేసినారు, టీకి వెళ్ళినారు, ఫ్రెండ్స్తో వెళ్ళినారు. నెక్స్ట్ డే ఏం చేయాలి? యూ షుడ్ టెల్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్, టుమారో ఐ విల్ ఫాలో దట్ కన్సిస్టెన్సీ, ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు ఇంప్రూవ్ మై 3 hours. మోర్ దాన్ 9 hours పెట్టుకుంటాను అని అనుకోకూడదు. అక్కడ ఐ ఇంప్రూవ్ 3 hours నుండి 8 hours రావడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాను. ఇక్కడ 9 hours పెట్టుకోకూడదు. నీ ప్లాన్ లో 8 hours ఉందంటే యూ మేడ్ దట్ రియలిస్టిక్ ప్లాన్. సో 3 hours ఉంది, 3 hours లో నెక్స్ట్ డే యూ షుడ్ టెల్ లైక్ అట్లీస్ట్ ఐ షుడ్ కమ్ టు 8 hours అన్న. సో ఆ 8 hours లో దట్ మైట్ బికమ్ 5 hours అయి ఉండొచ్చు. అగైన్ నెక్స్ట్ డే ఏమనుకుంటాం, అగైన్ ఐ ట్రై టు ఇంప్రూవ్ అంటాం. దెన్ 5 hours ఇట్స్ ఓకే. అప్పుడు ఏం బిలీవ్ చేయాలి, నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ అంతా ఐ కమ్ టు దట్ 8 hours. ఇక్కడ డిమోటివేట్ అయిపోయి నేను చదవలేకపోతున్నా నా ప్లాన్ కి అనేసి ఈ మధ్యలో డిమోటివేట్ అయిపోవద్దు. ఈ 5 hours చదివినారు కదా, మిమ్మల్ని మీరు అప్రిషియేట్ చేసుకోండి. అప్రిషియేషన్ ఈస్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఆ గిల్టీ అనేది ఉంది అంటే యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ గుడ్ వర్క్ అని. మీకు గిల్టీ వస్తుంది, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు డూ అనేది, ఆ గిల్టీని పాజిటివ్ మోటివేషన్ కోసం వర్క్ చేయండి. గిల్ట్ ఏదైతే ఉందో వస్తుందో, లైక్ ఐ హ్యావ్ స్లెప్ట్ ఫర్ మోర్ టైమ్ ఆర్ ఐ వెంట్ ఫర్ ద టీ, సో ఇటువంటి ఆలోచనలు వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆ గిల్ట్ వస్తుంది అంటే యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఆర్ యు ఆర్ సిన్సియర్ ఆస్పిరెంట్. ఆ గిల్ట్ ని పాజిటివ్ మోటివేషన్ గా టర్న్ చేసుకోవాలి. దాన్ని నెగటివ్ గా తీసుకొని నేను ఇంకా స్టాప్ చేస్తాను, నేను మళ్ళీ ప్లాన్ రివైజ్ చేసుకుంటాను, ఈ 8 hours కాస్త 12 hours ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటాను, సో అలా ఉండదు. గిల్ట్ ఏదైతే వస్తుందో ఆ గిల్ట్ ని ఓవర్ థింక్ చేయకుండా దాన్ని పాజిటివ్ మోటివేషన్ గా టర్న్ చేసుకొని ఎవ్రీ డే ఐ ఇంప్రూవ్ ఆన్ మై సెల్ఫ్ టిల్ May 23 అన్నది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. డౌట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా, ఎలా ప్లాన్ చేసుకోవాలి ఏమి అన్నది? ఇంకా సో నోబడీ, అంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను స్టార్ట్ చేశాను ప్రిలిమ్స్ కి అంటే ఈ రోజు నేను ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నది 100% ఫాలో అవ్వను. అందరూ హ్యూమన్సే. ఎస్, ఈ రోజు కాకపోతే నెక్స్ట్ డే ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతాను, నెక్స్ట్ డే ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతాను. బై ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మంత్ ఐ కమ్ టు స్టిక్ టు మై ప్లాన్. ఆ సైకిల్లోకి వస్తాను నేను. ఈ రోజు కాకపోతే, ఈ వీక్ కాకపోతే నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ వస్తాను. అండ్ వన్స్ ఆ ప్లాన్ లోకి వచ్చినాము, ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతున్నాము అంటే దట్ విల్ బ్రింగ్ దట్ పాజిటివ్ మోటివేషన్. ఒక ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ ప్లాన్ ఉండాలి. ఆ ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ ప్లాన్ లోనే వెళ్ళండి. స్టిక్ టు దట్ ప్లాన్. హియర్ అండ్ దేర్ ప్రతి 1 week కి, ప్రతి 2 weeks కి చేంజ్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉండద్దండి ప్లాన్. ఓకేనా? ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్ డౌట్స్? ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
హలో, గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ ఎవ్రీవన్. నా పేరు విష్ణువర్ధన్ అండి. ప్రీవియస్గా నేను కూడా యూపీఎస్సీ ఆస్పిరెంట్నే. బట్ ప్రజెంట్ ఏంటంటే ఈ సెషన్లో ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ యూపీఎస్సీ, అంటే మనకి యూపీఎస్సీలో ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్, అసలు ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ ఎందుకు ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలి, వాటి రోల్ ఏంటి, ఎలాంటి టైప్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మనకి రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి యూపీఎస్సీలో, అసలు యూపీఎస్సీ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ మీదే ఎందుకు ఫోకస్ చేస్తుంది ఎక్కువ, ఇలాంటివన్నీ మనం చూస్తామండి. ఒక్క నిమిషం. చరిత పంపించేసా. రామ్, అది కాదు, భవానీ మేడంకి పంపించారు వాట్సాప్లో. అది కాదు, అది వర్డ్ డాక్యుమెంట్. ఇట్లా పై ఇలా పై ఓకే, స్లోగా పై 5 పీడిఎఫ్ బోర్డు కావాలంటే ఓకే. బ్యాక్ మెయిన్ స్క్రీన్ సో ప్రజెంట్ యూపీఎస్సీ ప్రిలిమ్స్ ప్యాటర్న్ చూసుకుంటే చాలా అన్సర్టైనిటీ అయిపోతుందండి. కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ ఏమో డైనమిక్ అయిపోతున్నాయి. అకాడమిక్ బుక్స్ని తీసుకుంటే మనకి టూ మచ్ కాన్సెప్చువల్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ కాన్సెప్చువల్ క్లారిటీ అనేది చాలా మిస్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ ఏంటంటే బేసిక్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుంది మనకి. బేసిక్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉండడంతో పాటు ఈజ్ ఆఫ్ లాంగ్వేజ్. సో అందుకు యూపీఎస్సీ ఎందుకు మోస్ట్లీ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ మీద ఫోకస్ చేస్తుందంటే ఒక లెవెల్ ప్లేయింగ్ ఫీల్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి. అంటే యూపీఎస్సీకి డైవర్స్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్స్ నుంచి ప్రిపేర్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు. విలేజెస్ నుంచి, టౌన్స్ నుంచి, మెట్రోపాలిటన్ సిటీస్ నుంచి, అన్నిటి నుంచి ప్రిపేర్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు. మోస్ట్ అఫోర్డబుల్ అండ్ మోస్ట్ రిలయబుల్ సోర్సెస్, ఎందుకంటే ఇవి గవర్నమెంట్ సోర్సెస్. ఎక్కడి నుంచో ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యి ఎక్కడి నుంచో క్వశ్చన్స్ తయారు చేయడం కన్నా ఇక్కడ నుంచి క్వశ్చన్స్ డైరెక్ట్ పిక్ చేసుకుంటే సో వీళ్ళందరికీ డిఫరెంట్ డైవర్స్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్స్ నుంచి ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యే స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఒక లెవెల్ ప్లేయింగ్ ఫీల్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి యూపీఎస్సీ మోస్ట్లీ మనకి ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ మీద రిలై అవుతుంది. సో దీన్ని మనం చూస్తే లాస్ట్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్స్లో అరౌండ్ 15 to 20 క్వశ్చన్స్ డైరెక్ట్గా ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ నుంచి రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి మనకి. సో ఇదంతా ఎందుకండి అంటే యూపీఎస్సీ మెయిన్ గోల్ వచ్చేసి లెవెల్ ప్లేయింగ్ ఫీల్డ్, అంటే అందరికీ ఈక్వల్ ఛాన్సెస్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి. మెట్రోపాలిటన్ సిటీస్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి హైలీ కోచింగ్ ఉంటాయి. సో దే క్యాన్ అఫోర్డ్ కోచింగ్, దే క్యాన్ గో ఫర్ హైలీ అథెంటిక్ సోర్సెస్. బట్ ఇలాంటి విలేజెస్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్స్ నుంచి, టౌన్స్ నుంచి అందరికీ ఈక్వల్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ అంటే ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్. సో ఇలాంటి సోర్సెస్ మనం చూస్తే అసలు మనకి ఎలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతున్నారు, ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ నుంచి డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయండి మనకి. అంటే కొన్ని అబ్జర్వేషన్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఇది చూసారా, ఈ పర్షియన్ వీల్ అనేది 8th క్లాస్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీలో మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఇమేజ్ మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు. బట్ ఎక్కడే కానీ మనకు అరగత అనే వర్డ్ ఎక్కడా మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మనము ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ చదివేసి అక్కడితో అయిపోయిందని కాదండి. అంటే యూపీఎస్సీ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఫర్దర్ ఈ స్టూడెంట్ ఇంకేం రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఈ పర్షియన్ వీల్ అనేది ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు. అలాంటి టెక్నాలజీ మన ఏన్షియంట్లో కానీ మెడివల్లో కానీ ఇండియాలో ఎక్కడన్నా యూజ్ చేశారా, దాని నేమ్ ఏంటి అని మనం ఏమన్నా మన సైడ్ నుంచి ఎఫర్ట్స్ పెడుతున్నామా? సో ఇదేంటంటే సిడిఎస్, సిఏపిఎఫ్ ఈ ఎగ్జామ్ లాగా డైరెక్ట్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వవు. సో మనం యూపీఎస్సీ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్ కాబట్టి కొద్దిగా రీసెర్చ్ ఓరియంటెడ్. ఇక్కడ నుంచి బియాండ్ 1 స్టెప్ వేస్తే వచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్సే ఇవి. అంటే 2016లో అరగత అనే క్వశ్చన్ డైరెక్ట్ ఆ ఇమేజ్ బేస్ చేసుకొని వచ్చింటే నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ చూస్తే 2025లో అదే ప్రీవియస్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్ బేస్ చేసుకొని మళ్ళీ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయింది. అంటే ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి వాటర్ వీల్ అనేది ఇరిగేషన్ యూజ్ చేసామని చెప్పి ఈ ఇమేజెస్ నుంచి మనము రెఫరెన్స్ తీసుకుంటే, ఈ పర్షియన్ వీల్ నుంచి తీసుకుంటే నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ ఏం చేసిందండి మళ్ళీ యూపీఎస్సీలో, ఈ వాటర్ వీల్ ఎర్త్ పాట్స్తో యూజ్ చేస్తారా లేదంటే వాటర్ బకెట్స్ జస్ట్ మనల్ని డీవియేట్ చేయడానికి సిమిలర్ ఆప్షన్స్తో చేయడం జరిగింది. సో అప్పుడు మెడివల్ టైమ్స్లో మనకి వాటర్ బకెట్స్, హ్యాండింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ఇవన్నీ లేవు కాబట్టి సో దీన్ని రెఫరెన్స్ తీసుకొని పైన రెఫరెన్సెస్ చూసుకుంటే మనకి జస్ట్ అబ్జర్వేషన్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్. నెక్స్ట్ మనం చూస్తే డైరెక్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి. ఈ రాజా రామ్మోహన్ రాయ్ 2025లో క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చింది. ఈ క్వశ్చన్, ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ చూడండి. రాజా రామ్మోహన్ రాయ్ డైరెక్ట్ ఏవైతే మనం ఎల్లో కలర్లో మార్క్ చేసామో డైరెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ కాపీ అండ్ పేస్ట్ లాగా మనకి ఇక్కడ చేయడం జరిగింది. అంటే ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్లో నుంచి డైరెక్ట్ ఇలా పిక్ చేస్తున్నారు. మరి ఇలా కాకుండా ఇంకేమైనా డిఫరెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వచ్చాయా? ఇది జాగ్రఫీ నుంచి వచ్చిందండి. సో ఈ కాంటినెంటల్ డ్రిఫ్ట్ థియరీ అనేది ఈ 3 స్టేట్మెంట్స్ డైరెక్ట్ ఈ ఫిజికల్ జాగ్రఫీ, ఫండమెంటల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫిజికల్ జాగ్రఫీ నుంచి రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయ్యాయి. 1 స్టేట్మెంట్, 2 స్టేట్మెంట్, 3 స్టేట్మెంట్స్. సో మనం ఎక్కడెక్కడనో సవేంద్ర సింగ్ లాంటి పెద్ద పెద్ద బుక్స్ చదువుతాం, కానీ సింపుల్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీ బుక్స్ మిస్ చేయడం వల్ల ఆ ఫ్యాక్ట్ అనేది డైరెక్ట్గా మనకి ఎగ్జామ్లో కాపీ అండ్ పేస్ట్ ప్యాటర్న్లో రావడం వల్ల మనం ఈజీగా ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ని సాల్వ్ చేయగలుగుతాం. ఇంకోటి చూసారా, విచ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ రూలర్స్, ఈ టైటిల్స్ వాళ్ళకి ఇవ్వబడ్డాయి అని చెప్పి ఈ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చింది. సో ఇలాంటి టైటిల్స్ హండ్రెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ టైటిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి మనకి, కొన్ని స్టాటిక్ బుక్స్లో కావచ్చు, లేదంటే అకాడమిక్ బుక్స్లో కావచ్చు. ఒక్కొక్క కింగ్కి హండ్రెడ్స్ ఆఫ్ టైటిల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. మరి ఇన్ని టైటిల్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం ఎలా వాటిల్ని చదువుకోవాలి, వాటిల్ని ఏ విధంగా యూపీఎస్సీ ప్రిలిమ్స్లో మళ్ళీ మనం మెమరైజ్ చేయాలి అనే డౌట్ వస్తుంది. వాటన్నిటికీ కూడా సింపుల్ సొల్యూషన్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీసీ అండి. చూడండి ఇక్కడ డైరెక్ట్ ఈ మహేంద్ర వర్మ అనే విచిత్ర చిత్త అనే స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇక్కడ మనకి మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఎన్సీఆర్టీసీ నుంచి తీసుకున్నారు. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకొక సర్ప్రైజింగ్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే అండి, సో యూపీఎస్సీ ఓవర్ ద పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైం ఎవాల్వ్ అవుతుంది. సో స్టూడెంట్స్ ఏ విధంగా ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళని ఇంకా ఏ విధంగా టెస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు అని చూస్తే యూపీఎస్సీ వచ్చేసి ఈవెన్ రెఫరెన్సెస్ ఇన్ ద ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్, ఇది 8th క్లాస్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ అండ్ ఆర్ట్ అండ్ కల్చర్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్లో రెఫరెన్సెస్లో మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారండి. అంటే ఓవరాల్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ కంపైల్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఈ సోర్సెస్ మేము ఇక్కడి నుంచి తీసుకున్నాము అంటే అది యూపీఎస్ ఆ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్కి రిలయబుల్ అండ్ అథెంటిక్ సోర్సెస్ అనమాట. ఆ సోర్సెస్ నుంచి తీసుకున్న దాంట్లో నుంచి ఆ రెఫరెన్స్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్లో నుంచి మనకి 2025లో ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేశారు. అంటే యూపీఎస్సీలో డైరెక్ట్ కాపీ అండ్ పేస్ట్ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్లోంచి జరుగుతుంది, అబ్జర్వేషన్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ జరుగుతున్నాయి. ఈవెన్ రెఫరెన్సెస్ కూడా ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్లో నుంచి వదలడం లేదు యూపీఎస్సీ. అంటే దీన్ని బట్టి మనకి ఏమర్థమవుతుంది, ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ అనేటివి ఇంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనమాట. మరి ఇంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఉన్న దాంట్లో మనం ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలి ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ అంటే, ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ చదివినప్పుడు చాలా జనరలిస్టిక్గా ఉంటాయండి. అంటే ఈ పాయింట్ అనేది స్పెసిఫిక్, ఇది ప్రిలిమ్స్లో రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పి మనం దాన్ని రెఫరెన్స్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం, కన్క్లూడ్ చేయడం. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం చూసాం చాలా లైన్స్ ఎక్కడి నుంచో పిక్ చేస్తున్నారు కదా. ఇలాంటి జనరలైజ్డ్ నుంచి స్పెసిఫిక్గా మేము ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలి, ఒక ఫిల్టర్డ్ నోట్స్ మాకేమన్నా ఉంటుందా, లేదంటే ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ఫోకస్డ్ మా క్లాసెస్ ఏమన్నా ఉంటాయా అంటే, మేము శరచంద్ర ఐఏఎస్ మేము ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే ఈ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ బేసిస్ నుంచి ఏం ఫోకస్ చేయాలి, ఎలా స్పెసిఫిక్గా కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయాలి అన్నదానికి మేము ఒక సొల్యూషన్ తీసుకొని వచ్చామండి. ఇది ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ అండి. సో దీంట్లో నుంచి మేము ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే స్పెషలైజ్డ్ నోట్స్, అంటే దీంట్లో ఏవైతే ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఫోకస్డ్ ఉంటాయో ఆ కీవర్డ్స్ని మేము ఫిల్టర్ చేసాం. ఆ ఫిల్టర్ చేసిన వాటిల్లో మీకు విజువల్గా అంటే వాటిల్లో డయాగ్రమాటిక్గా చేస్తూ కాన్సెప్చువల్స్ చెప్తూనే అదేవిధంగా కొన్ని ఫ్యాక్చువల్ని కూడా మేము మిస్ చేయకుండా దానికి ఆ ఫ్యాక్చువల్ని మీరు ఎలాగా ఎగ్జామ్లో మెమరైజ్ చేయాలి, వాటికి కొన్ని నిమోనిక్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తూ, సో ఈ విధంగా మీ ప్రిలిమ్స్ ప్రిపరేషన్ని ఈజ్ చేయడానికి మేము ఈ ర్యాపిడ్ రివిజన్ సెషన్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఈ ర్యాపిడ్ రివిజన్ మెయిన్ గోల్ ఏంటంటే అండి, మీరు మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది టైం మనకి ప్రిలిమ్స్కి 4 months టైం మాత్రమే ఉందండి. ఈ ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ టైంలో హోల్ సిలబస్ని ఎలా కవర్ చేయాలి, ఉన్న స్టాటిక్ బుక్లే చదవడం కష్టం అంటే ఈ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ మళ్ళీ, కానీ ఈ ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్ అనేటివి అరౌండ్ 20 to 15 క్వశ్చన్స్ డైరెక్ట్గా రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి. అంటే మనకు 40 మార్క్స్ ఇక్కడి నుంచి వస్తున్నాయి. 40 మార్క్స్ మనకి మిస్ అయితే యూపీఎస్సీ ప్రిలిమ్స్ క్లియర్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం. సో ఇంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఉన్న వాటిల్ని మేము ఇలా వాటిల్ని రిజాల్వ్ చేసి మీరు అందరికీ ఈజీగా ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం. సో దీంట్లో ర్యాపిడ్ రివిజన్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఇవాళ మేము ఇది మీకు ఏదైతే మేము మీకు చెప్తామో నెక్స్ట్ డే వచ్చేసి దాని 15 minutes మళ్ళీ మీకు రివిజన్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ది క్లాస్ మళ్ళీ జరిగిన వాటిలో మళ్ళీ మీకు 15 minutes రివిజన్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. సో ఈ సెషన్ అనేది 1-to-1 ఇంటరాక్టివ్గా ఉంటుందండి. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను చెప్తే ఉండడము మీరు వింటా ఉండడము అలా ఉండదు. సో క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్స్ టైప్, లైక్ మన ఇండియాలో ఏ రివర్ ట్రాపిక్ ఆఫ్ క్యాన్సర్ని ట్వైస్ కట్ అవుతుంది, మాహి రివర్. సో ఇలాంటి టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటరాక్టివ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. సో మనకి మన ప్రైమ్ మెరీడియన్ 82.5 degrees ఉంది కదండి, అది ఏ స్టేట్స్లో నుంచి వెళ్తుంది, అవి నిమోనిక్స్ చెలో ఉమా చెలో ఆంధ్ర అంటే ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్, మధ్యప్రదేశ్, ఛత్తీస్గఢ్, ఒడిశా, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, ఇలాంటి నిమోనిక్స్ కూడా మీకు యూజ్ చేసి మీ ప్రిలిమ్స్ ప్రిపరేషన్లో కొద్దిగా ఈజ్ చేస్తామండి. దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే మీరు యూపీఎస్సీ అంటే ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఎగ్జామ్ సాల్వ్ చేసేటప్పుడు మీరు ఎలాంటి డిఫికల్టీస్ ఫేస్ చేయకుండా, అరే నేను ఇది ఎన్సీఆర్టీస్లో ముందే చదివింటే బాగుండేమో, ఇలాంటివి ఆల్రెడీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసింటే బాగుండేమో, అంటే చూడటానికి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏమో సింపుల్గా ఉంటాయండి, కానీ అవి మనం ఇవన్నీ మిస్ చేయడం వల్ల అక్కడ డైరెక్ట్ సాల్వ్ చేయలేకపోతాం. బయటకు వచ్చి చూస్తే ఇవి ఈ సోర్సెస్ నుంచి వచ్చాయా అని సర్ప్రైజ్ అవుతాం. సో ఇలాంటి మనకి ఏంటి డౌట్స్ అన్నీ క్లియర్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్ మన ప్రిలిమ్స్ని ఈజీగా క్లియర్ చేయడానికే ఈ ర్యాపిడ్ రివిజన్ సెషన్. సో మా శరత్ చంద్ర ఐఏఎస్ నుంచి ఏంటంటే మా ఎఫర్ట్స్ మీకు బెస్ట్ ఇచ్చి మీకు ఈ ఇయర్ ప్రిలిమ్స్ క్లియర్ చేయడమే మా గోల్ అనమాట. ఓకే, మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మాకు ఫర్దర్ అడగచ్చు. ఏం లేదు. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Good morning. So, my name is Ajay Gupta, and I will be taking polity. I think strategy, NCERT, this aspect has already been covered. So, in this session, around maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I try to demonstrate how exactly we are going to take the subject, like what should be the procedure, and taking example of the polity subject. As we know, polity is one of the most important subject because of the number of questions. We decide the importance of a subject, what UPSC gives importance. So for that, I'll try to be brief and try to explain it. Okay. Okay, so to start with polity, first thing we need to know is the syllabus. Before starting this, I considered two facts why you are here. One might be like you might have covered your basics of the subject, of all subject. You are here, what I assume, you need the preparation for any subject considering the exam of the prelims. What is the demand of the syllabus? What is the demand of the exam? That specificity is required, first thing. Second, it might be possible you have not covered the subject in the foundation course or by yourself. So you need the complete polity understanding. But since it is a crash course, we have to be very specific, very, very strategic. When I say we have to be strategic, yes, we need to understand what is the syllabus, but at the same time, we have to be targeted to target particular topics which are highly important. That way we can score. When I say we have to be strategic, one thing we have to remember, we have to take risk. We can't cover everything, thinking like this might come, that also come, I should cover that also. If you go by that, that means you're not going with strategy. Whenever you become strategic, you carry some element of risk. And with this also, we will be targeting, but it should be the scientific strategy. It should not be like the randomly you're choosing the topic. So this is the syllabus, you are aware about it. I think they have provided in the PDF also. It's available. I don't have to explain this, right? So it is available on the syllabus. But what is important here is to understand the polity on an average 18 questions are coming. I have analyzed the previous year question from 2015 to 2025, that is 11 years. And interestingly, what I have found out that There are around 186 question has been asked in 11 years. So on an average, every year, how many they are asking? What is the average? 18 question. 17 to 18 question on an average we can expect from not only quality. Please don't assume that only quality. It's quality and governance. It's difficult to segregate the governance part from the quality part. So we have taken together here. Now let's go deeper into this quality subject. What you find out here is that these are the 8 topics where UPSC you can consider as the favorite area of UPSC. Now here what type of question? Fundamental right, DPSP, fundamental duty and preamble. Now you will say that the why we have kept all of them together, because the nature of the question is not only on the fundamental right, not only on the DPSP, they will intermix them and they will ask us question based on that. So when we are going to cover the quality, we are going to club them and cover as one topic, you can say, where we will, it's like the constitutional philosophy. The philosophy of the constitution are here, and through this almost around 35 question has been asked in this year. You can say 3.5 average. 3 to 4 questions they are asking from these topics, very important. The second is the parliament, where almost 30 questions, again around 3 questions are coming. Then the political system, that is parliamentary system, federalism, these kind of topics, the conceptual part they're asking. Salient features of the constitution, like there is secularism type, socialism, these keywords are there. And there are important features of it, which they are asking under this. Executive, which involves the state executive as well as the central executive. Executive, which are involved in executive, who are executives? Like president, governor, right, prime minister, council of ministers. These topics will be covered. Then judiciary. Judiciary will involve what? Supreme Court, High Court, subordinate courts, lower courts, right? Along with that, there are the different system of justice evolving, which are called as the alternative dispute resolution, like Lok Adalats, tribunals. They also, it has to be covered based on the what importance UPSC is giving. Then amendment has been the important topic. Local government, including the scheduled area and tribal area. Local bodies cover 3 things: panchayat, second municipality, third scheduled areas, 5th schedule and 6th schedule will cover within that thing. Other things like the center-state relation, election, making of constitution, state legislature, bodies, constitutional body and the non-constitutional body, emergency, citizenship, union and its territories have been given less importance. That means it's not like we won't cover them, but when we will cover them, we will invest more time on these 8 topics. We'll invest less time on this. Same thing when you will revise, make sure that you give high importance to these 2 topics, then the later ones. Okay, and then these 2 has to be more current affairs. We observe like the governance topic is mentioned in the main syllabus mode. But here how we are going to cover, almost a very high number of questions has been asked. Here UPSC asked on the schemes. For example, in 2025, what they ask is that different boards they ask. Boards like rubber board, coir board, turmeric board, some boards they can ask. Now there are so many such bodies are there. We cannot cover each and everything. So here integrating with current affairs become important. We need to identify which bodies, which kind of schemes, which kind of issues are highly in the news in this segment in order to tackle this governance topic. Okay, understood what they are asking? Now here becomes second thing important is that from where we have to cover apart from the classes which we are going to get. So here let me be very clear with respect to the sources. He told us like the parliament is important, but parliament is a huge subject, huge topic. If you open the Lakshmikant, you will find like the almost around 100 pages there in the parliament. Now it becomes more important for us to go within the parliament topic and analyze that what exactly they are asking within the parliament. And if you go inside within the parliament and you analyze the last 11 years, you will find that the procedures in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, which thing can be done by Lok Sabha, some things can be, special power is there in the Rajya Sabha. They ask comparative questions. So the issues related to or the facts which are there in the two sources, one is the constitution, second is the rules of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And the parliamentary, what you can say that the proceedings, parliamentary, some standards are there, some Supreme Court judgments are there. So related to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in last 11 year, we found the 9 questions. Very interestingly, this part bills almost 23 questions. Now today, in today's class, we are going to cover these bills. You will understand what type of question they are asking and everything based on the analysis. 23 questions. Parliamentary proceedings. The question are, you must have heard, like there is no confidence motion. Such kind of questions they are asking under this. The fourth aspect is committees, especially those 3 financial committees. Public Accounts Committee. What is second? Estimate Committee. And third, Committee on Public Sector Undertaking. In last year, they asked one committee in the 2024, that is Ethics Committee. I'll say we generally don't cover Ethics Committee, but they asked. And I think this is very small paragraph is mentioned in the Lakshmikant. But they asked more detail. Now, you know why they asked? Because this was highly in the news. Moiba Moitri, this is one MP from the West Bengal. There was a case against CAS for query case. That means he took CAS allegations, he took CAS to ask question in the parliament. So that was highly debated news. And that case went to Ethics Committee. And that way, this came in the news, and that's why UPSC asked the question. So these kind of questions should not be taken as a standard question. These are the current affairs question. Okay. So this is the analysis of the parliament topic. So what we got is that, okay, quality has syllabus. There are different topics. Out of this, parliament is one of the important topic. Within the parliament, these 4 are the most important topics where the questions are frequently coming. Here bills like bills question, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, parliamentary proceeding in committees. Clear? Now when they are asking bills, now we have to go into this subtopic and cover that topic. We will cover our complete parliament, but our focus will be more on these 4 aspects. So in today's class, we are going to see that what type of question they are asking on the bills. These are the other topics which we will cover in our polity class. But today I want to emphasize because more questions is coming on the subtopic called bill. When you identify the micro themes, micro topics within the topic of subtopic of bill, what type of question? One is that this is CAB. CAB means Constitutional Amendment Bill. 2 questions they have asked. Second, Private Member Bill. Third, Money Bill. 6 questions. Money Bill covers your budget, finance bill, all financial related bills. Bill lapse. This question has been asked by UPSC 2 times that if let's say Lok Sabha is dissolved, will the pending bill lapse or not? Such kind of question they have asked twice. Now procedure, that is how the bill is passed. Different sessions happen, sitting and how it goes, then assent of president, those all things. And one more is the ordinance. This is also the law making process, but made by the executive. So these are the 5 micro themes, 6 micro themes. And here also you can clearly see that this topic is highly important, money bill. Clear? Now when we go this way, this is called as a strategic preparation. In the foundation course, we prepare the complete subject, but in the crash course, we can't go like that. We have to be strategic and try to identify which are the areas UPSC picking questions. And in this, we are going to go in this manner. Now let's take one topic here. Like for example, the bills. We know what is the meaning of bill. What is a bill, by the way? Initial draft, or you can say it's a proposal to make a law. Initial proposal to make a law, which is not a final one. Okay, so bill is nothing but a proposal for law. Now this bill goes through the different procedure and finally becomes what? Act. Now it becomes an act, and in between there are different procedures. It goes to the one house, then second house, then assent of the governor or the president, and becomes the act. Right? Now this bill can be of different types. So what UPSC is asking is that bill types. Now this bill type can be seen from the two point of view, based on introduction of bill. That means who is introducing the bill. Second type can be based on procedure required for the bill, based on the procedure. What procedure is required to pass a bill? Now here, if you want to classify it based on the introduction, it can be of two types. What are the two types? Either it can be the private member bill, or second is called as the public bill. It is also called as the government bill. Government bill. Now what is the difference between them? What are the features of them? Should be studied, and UPSC is asking question on those features. Now every feature is not available in the constitution, because you know that the constitution have very limited content. So they created the rules of Lok Sabha contains how should the private member bill introduce, what are the features and other thing. So that is mentioned in the Lakshmikant. It's not a big thing. Similarly, based on the procedure, there can be the different types. What are the procedure? First is called as the ordinary bill. Second, money bill. You have finance bill, and you have constitutional amendment bill. As we know that there are slight differences in terms of how this bill will be passed, and UPSC picks question on those differences. Some bills cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha. Some bill cannot be returned by the president, like the constitutional amendment bill. So those are the critical aspect, critical points where UPSC will try to trap us. And while preparing them, we have to be underlining them, we have to revise them multiple times in order to identify those loopholes and solve such question. Right? So these are the classification. Now we cannot cover in today's class everything, but for an example, let's take this private member bill. Why I am taking this private member bill today is because of this. If you have seen recent the budget session before this winter session happened, and before that also, this private member bill became high in the news. It was highly debated. Because of the government is dominating on the bill making or the law making, the private members are not getting space. So it was highly in the Hindu news and other thing. You can see almost so many articles 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago. So this is in the news. Bills presented by the different, like you must have heard this, National Commission for Men. This was under the news, right? So the point here is the concept is not this. You know that it cannot be passed, private member bills, it's difficult to be passed. But this concept, what is private member bill, can be asked by the UPSC. And it's not like that they have not asked. 2017, they have already asked this question. And what they have asked, what they are asking is that, with reference to the Parliament of India, consider the following statement. A private member bill is a bill presented by a member of Parliament who is not elected but only nominated by the President of India. Let's not solve it. Let's understand what they're asking. Okay. Second, recently a private member bill has been passed in the Parliament of India for the first time in its history. Now, if you analyze this question, what exactly they are trying to ask? Two things. One, is the student is aware about the basic of private member bill or not? Like, what is private member bill? Second, is the student is aware about what is happening currently or not? Or he just studied it. So the second statement is to let you know or to to basically test you whether you are aware about what is happening currently or not. That means the current affairs can be integrated with the static, and that is they are doing in the almost all subject, right? So previous year question also they have asked. They have asked the it's in the news, and that's why I think personally this private member bill is a very important topic in this year exam. Okay, so this is the thing. And here, if you see that the private member bill, simple points we need. We don't need the huge explanation. Simple. Private member bill is that bill which is presented by non-minister. The MP who is not a minister. Okay. That means if not a minister means who can be? Huh? If you take the member of parliament, who are the member of parliament? Can you classify the member of parliament? Yes, excellent point. That is first thing, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. That means UPSC can make the statement, private member bills are those bills which is presented only in Lok Sabha. It cannot be presented in Rajya Sabha. Such kind of sentence can be made, but that is wrong. It can be presented by either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Now, if you take the MPs can further classified as nominated, elected, any other? Ruling opposition, excellent. Any other? Minister, non-minister. Okay, let's come to the C. One way of classifying the MP is ruling party, opposition. That is non-ruling party member. Okay. Now, a second, what you said? Nominated. Yes. Nominated, elected. Excellent. Now you see, if you go deeper, how UPSC can trap us? They can trap us that it is presented by the opposition party. If you have not covered, confusion can arise. Because it is saying the private member. Okay, government, if it is party member, it is ruling party, that would be the public because they are in the government. Or if they use the bill name instead of public bill, they use the government bill. Or now if they say that it is presented only by opposition, then we might get confused. Yes or no? Right? So here remember, ruling party MPs can be a minister, can be a non-minister. Do you think all MPs in the ruling party are minister? No. Around 300 MPs, 250 MPs are there in the BJP. All are not MPs, all minister, na? So remember, the private member bill are those bills which are presented by only and only ministers. It can be from the ruling party, it should be from ruling party. Even if the ruling party, but if that MP is not a minister, and if he or she present any bill, that will be called as private member bill. Only if ministers is publishing a bill, that is only the public bill, or you can say government bill. Rest all are private member bill. Okay, this is only the public bill. Whether it is opposition, whether it is non-minister, these all will be the private member bill, except the minister. This is public bill. Let's start on topic. Okay, here also same classification. If elected, can the nominated members present the private member bill? Yes, there is no restriction like that. So the point here is that we need to know exactly this classification and which can present, because UPSC can create the sentences and try to trap us here. Getting the clarity? Okay. Now there are some facts like it can be by the non-minister. Second fact, it requires 30 days notice. For the public bill, it requires only 7 days notice. Now what UPSC will do? They exchange this, or they will make this to 7 days issue. Generally private member bills are introduced in Fridays. Fridays are the day, generally, not compulsory, generally. That is also one of the fact. Next fact here, which is very important, remember, only the fact we have to be clear, that is only 14 bills, I think. Till now, only 14 bills has been passed in the parliament. Only 14. And recently, no. Till 1970, only private member bill has been passed. So if the statement has been made here that recently a private member bill has been passed in India for the first time, it would be wrong. Earlier also passed 14. So this fact we have to remember. So if we know these facts, these are the important facts, and along with that, the responsibility to present and prepare this bill is with the private member. The government doesn't help here. Okay, so such kind of facts, if we know, just the points we have to remember for the short notes we need, so that we can revise quickly and then solve the questions. Okay, so this is going to be our approach to first analyze the previous year question, what they are asking, and then cover the basics, see the PYQ, see the what is going on in current, and then lastly we have to practice to check our understanding. Now try to solve this. Option. Huh? 2, 4. A. 2, 4 are correct. Okay, let's see one by one. Anyone here in the online, if they have responded? Let's check. Okay, not there. Okay, let's see. With reference to the private member bills and resolutions in the parliament, consider the following statement. A private member bill can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. Is it right? Wrong. We can introduce in both. So one is wrong. So we can eliminate B and D. Okay. Now we left with 2, 4 and 2, 3. So we don't have to see the 2. Let's see the 3 and 4. A private member's resolution, if adopted, is binding on the government. Can it be binding? No, it's not binding. It's not binding because it's a private member bill. Otherwise, what will happen is that the government's role can be reduced. Huh? Anyone can do that. So, what left? 3 is wrong. So, C can be eliminated. A is correct answer.
So, is discussion and introduction both is discussion and introduction both discussion on private members bill and the bills
is usually scheduled on the Friday. Yes, discussion and second thing is.
As you said earlier, introduction usually takes on Friday. But
Discussion.
So, are both
see, introduction can be made. Generally, you introduce and then your speaker or the presiding officer schedules discussion. There will be a lot of bills proposed by the either private member or the government. Then the speaker have this power to schedule then which bill will be discussed on which day. So they have decided that on Friday generally they will discuss on this particular private member bill. Okay.
very few.
That's a very vague statement. Vague statement. A very few members' bill have been passed by the parliament since independence. That's a very vague statement. But yes, that's correct only. Because you can't say that see, this is not a definite word, but it is more definite. It's binding. It's definite. And whenever we know that, whenever we eliminate options in this UPSC, we try to eliminate which are definite. General statements are most of the time wrong. I'm saying most of the time, not always. Right. So here it is like a very vague and general statement, and generally it is discussed. If a person, a professor who will make the question, this kind of question, they have this understanding that private member bill has not been passed more frequently. And if you think the perspective of the examiner or the person who has created this question, that might be this thinking. And that is the problem with the UPSC questions, that there are subjectivity in the interpretation, and that's why sometimes UPSC have to eliminate some of the question, 2-3 questions they drop, right? So that nature will be there. We have to go for the most accurate answer. So based on that, option A will be correct. Okay. So similarly, we need to cover the other types of bills in order to cover this particular topic. So I think this was my today's delivery, that what I wanted to discuss in today's session was just a kind of demonstration. For that, I have created some PDF. We have created some PDF for you, that for example, this is the analysis. Yeah. For example, this is the parliament topic, and within the parliament topic, there are subtopics like what are the subtopics, and within that, what are the topics. Like for money bill, you see 2015 bill procedure, they are asking questions like this. This will be shared with you. Bill lapse question, what type of question they are asking. If this PDF, if it is there, then since we will be targeting these topics, micro topics, within the bill topic, within the parliament, within the subtopic bills, we will be targeting the micro topics. Same micro topic, this question we will discuss here also. This PDF will be there with you, so that you can see like the what exactly sentences they are following or the forming to solve this type of question. Okay, and then we have also created the current affairs. The current affairs, like this only, the questions which will be provided. Topic wise current affairs questions and the practice question. So on the same line, you will be getting the class, you will be getting the notes, you will be getting the PYQ, you will be getting the current affairs question on this, and you will be getting the practice questions, current affairs and the practice question. So that way it will be targeted. Yes, we will miss some of the topics which are not very important, like they have not asked like it goes to first reading, second reading, third reading, then it goes to committee. Everything need not to be discussed here, but we have to be very focused, considering the what UPSC asking and what is the best way we can do, right? So that is going to be the way we are going to cover this subjects. Okay, any doubt you have?
Notice issued by whom?
Uh-huh.
In the case of private member bill, notice issued by whom and to
Who notice issued by?
whom and to whom?
Notice issued to whom? To the private member. By whom? Notice issued by the speaker under the direction of speaker. See, your Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha both have the secretariat. Secretariats are under the speaker, presiding officer. The Lok Sabha secretariat is under the speaker. Rajya Sabha secretariat is under the chairman, right? So this under the guidance of this presiding officer they work. So these all notices, bill, these all works are done by the secretariat, headed by the Lok Sabha secretary, right? Generally who are IAS officers. So they release under the guidance of the speaker and the chairman.
So notice issued by speaker to private member.
Yes, yes. Notice will be given by the private. Suppose I am a private member bill from the opposition. I have to submit a notice to the not to the government, to the secretariat, to the secretariat. Through the secretariat, it will go to the speaker. If you go to the exact procedure, I will say give a notice that I am going to propose a bill on the National Commission on Men. So I have to give that how many days? 30 days before. It's not like the just 1 week before I am giving, they won't accept it. Then only they will table, because they got a lot of bill, right? So they will plan things like in this day this will be discussion, on this day this will be the discussion. Otherwise what will happen, there are how many members, total MPs? And in Rajya Sabha? 250 around, right? So now imagine like everyone starts giving the bill. How difficult it would be for the working, right? But the ministers are how many? Around 70, 60, 70. So if every ministry is coming up with 1 or 2 bill, it's easy to do that scheduling. So 7 days, that makes sense because it will be less. But if it is a private member bill, there may be many. So that requires more time, right? So that kind of logical thinking we need to bring in order to eliminate some time. Everything we cannot mug up, right? Yeah. Everyone first attempt or previous? First attempt? Very good. All the best. Okay. Okay, for those who are online, thank you so much for joining us. And tomorrow also there is orientation session, a demo for the other subjects. You can join at the same time. Okay, thank you so much.